Gamecocks. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No. return. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty. Result of that play stand. A first down for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Takes the handoff. It's Sanders. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. The Gamecocks will move the sticks.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early on this opening drive for them. They're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll pull it down and run. And he'll be brought down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Handoff to the single running back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
Using his feet to buy time. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to add another. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, the inside give. Discards a man. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The Tigers pulled out a close one the last time they saw their Palmetto State rivals.
And Clemson, they were sleepwalking early in that game. They know when they play South Carolina, they're going to get their A-plus effort. They're going to have to take some haymakers, and they got to wake up in this one.
I think it's tough late in the season, regardless when you play. The rivalry is deep. The hatred is deep. Even when seasons are out of touch for South Carolina, they can put an exclamation point by beating Clemson at the end of the year.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik, feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The give to the back. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about time. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This should be the last play of the quarter.
This quarterback really is going to have to be aware in this game of trying to find lanes to throw into when he's throwing over the middle of the field, because this D-line does a great job getting their hands in the air.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
South Carolina 7, Clemson 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. He's there to make the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
Take over, first and 10.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And the Gamecocks are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Sends it downfield. Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Second down coming up. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving out of the pocket. And the ball is picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Clemson. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, man. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Complete in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simon. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Got his man quickly. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to find his man on first down. Falls in complete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. Getting some heat. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down. The field goal is no good.
It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Looking to move it through the air. He'll take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. And the Gamecocks will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He finds his man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Clemson set up with another first down. On the run, it's Maffa. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What a great job by the defense understanding where they're on the field. Listen, the wide side of the field this way. They're going to try to run that sweep, identifying it, flying like madmen to the football, just understanding speed and space.
Oh, look out! Touchdown, Tigers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over first and
10. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties close to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The hand to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Harbert. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody.
Unleashes one deep. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Gamecocks! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He leaves it with the back. Across the 30, out to the 33, engage 4 on the play.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, South Carolina 17, Clemson 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. The give to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
Comes out throwing on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It's now second down after the short completion. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Finds his big tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Touchdown Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
To the air, it's Sellers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The crowd is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 4. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Finds his man. It's Bennett. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Finds the tight end. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Catch in the middle, it's Harvard. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Late in the game with the lead, the defense obviously knows here the offense is going to have to try and throw it. Nice job in the back end there, not just in coverage, but almost picking that football off. That was a game changer.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To throw, it's Sellers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop. After that last incompletion setting up 4th down, do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bennett. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. It's complete! Touchdown, South Carolina! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and they extend the lead to 4. Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. To the air, it's Klubnik. He's got his man. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to get to him. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll throw it from the red zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Clemson! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And how about that for a capper, the likely game winner in the waning moments. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, South Carolina.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to go up top on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it on the right. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalry, and when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival. It's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.